So these are my supplies for my DIY witches potion bottles or apothecary bottles. So I have a lot of supplies. As you can see, we're going to go over everything really quick. This is a bottle. It was $1.99. I got it from HobbyLobby. I printed these offline, these labels. This one was $2.99 from HobbyLobby. This one was $1.99 and this one was $1.99. All of my bottles were 50% off, so they're half of the price that I'm saying, except for maybe like 4. These are some little jewelries I bought. Also, one right here with the rose inside. I printed out labels for each one. Right here I have some pearls right here, some beads right here, some rose petals, and behind the rose petals is some sand. And I got all of that from Hobby Lobby as well, and most of it was on sale. This bottle was donated. I got this bag of beads. It is $2.99. It probably was 50% off. I also have some glitters from Walmart, some old jewelry, and just old broken stuff that I keep in bags for DIY projects. I have some glitters that came with a nail kit that I have to do your nails with. Other stuff that I bought from Hobby Lobby, this was 50% off. Some of this other stuff came from other projects. I also have some Mod Podge E600. I have some ribbons that I got for 24 cents each. They are really nice. I have some elastic cords, glittery. I've had these for about 2 years. This is old. Some pearls, more glitter, some ribbons. I use this to make a Halloween costume. More ribbons. I use this to make a Halloween costume. I have some moss from Walmart and from Hobby Lobby. Some acrylic paints that I already had. I got this from the dollar store. It was at 99 cents. More acrylic paint over there. I have a lot of different bottles. Most of these bottles came from Hobby Lobby and were 50% off. So this is $8.99. That means it was $4. This one is, I don't know, but it was probably cheap. This one is, oh, no price, but I think it was $3 at Walmart. These ones were $1 each. So let's just move over here. $1 and $1. These ones, this one I got from a donation. This one was probably $1. Yes, $1.99. So that means it was $1, 50% off at Hobby Lobby. $3.99. That was 50% off at Hobby Lobby. This one is $1.99, 50% off at Hobby Lobby. This one is $2.49, 50% off at Hobby Lobby. This is another Hobby Lobby one. Things not on there though. So I have labels printed out, little bugs, 99 cents at the dollar store. Some caterpillars, I want to paint those. Some spiders, 99 cents at the dollar store. Assorted polishes that I already had. Some 99 cents eyeballs, some funnels, spider webs from the dollar store. Oh, I really want to get close to these right here. These are some miniature skeletons I got from the dollar store and a big skeleton. I'll remove the wings, might do something with it. Some 99 cents rats. These are the ones I already did in my first video. You can follow the link to my first video. Over here we have the gel. I got these from the dollar store, different ones. I have a lot of them, so I'm going to use the gels and those color dyes right there. And some old soaps, and I have some black spray paint and old face wash. And that's what I want to use to make my potions with. And I also have some hand soap over here that was just around the house, a body wash that I never use. So this is all my supplies, all my labels. As you can see, over here is a lot of other labels. And I also have a lot of old stuff just laying around the house that I'm going to use also, like at least 2 bags full of old stuff to make everything unique. Let's get started. So this is actually what all of my potions look like finished and done. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about each potion. Okay, so starting out, we have some severed fingers and ears. I got this package of fingers and ears from Walmart. I added some paint to the back of them, and I put them in this jar that I got from HobbyLobby. And I cut out this label. It was actually some paper from something I bought, and I wrote on it with marker and ink pen, punched a hole in it with the hole puncher, and put some hemp thread on it. Severed fingers and ears. So over here we have some human eyeballs right here, close up on it. And I actually love these. So I got the eyeballs from Walmart. They were ping pongs, and 2 of them were with the severed fingers and ears package. And I painted them and I made them look more realistic. Let's see how much, get a good look at them. And also I put a label on there, put it in this jar, added some food coloring, some red food coloring with black. Also, I took some ribbons and glued them onto this top. And the top, I spray painted it first. So next to that, we have some rat spleens. And I took some rat bones from Walmart, and I put brown paint on them, and I put them in a jar, added a label, took some little, whatever this is from the dollar store, added a ribbon, some hemp thread was glued right here, 2 different colors, and then I spray painted this black with some spray paint. Pretty simple. So right here we have some pickled mice. I put some toy mice in a jar with the gel that I have, the hair gel, and put some food coloring, some brown and green, mixed it together, added some labels. I put a toy mouse on top. Also, I added hemp thread and some ribbon under the hemp thread right there. Hot glued everything on there. So right here we have some dried flies, and I put some flies in a jar with some hair gel. This one was pretty easy. That's about it. I didn't add any dye or anything. Then I just added some ribbon, some hemp thread, some more of this to make it look old. I stained all of my labels with brown paint first. Then I Mod Podged them on and Mod Podged the top. This one is my octopus tentacles to grow more limbs. It's octopus ink, so did a lot to this bottle. So I put black gel inside, black food coloring. We have some jewels that look like something that goes on a boat glued to it. I put a chain on there. This chain was from something old from last Halloween. I painted it. I also added these little bead things that I had in my hair before, glued some hemp thread, added nail polish here to make it more drippy. I glued this jewel on here. It was silver at first, but I actually spray painted it black and let it dry, hot glue gunned it on there just to give it a more authentic look. So moving on, we have some centipedes. Now, I put some brown gel in here, with brown food coloring. And I put some toy centipedes in there. They're brown. And I also put some brown beads and a little bit of brown glitter in there just to give it a magical look. Added 2 different hemp threads and a ribbon. Also glued a centipede on the top. And I painted the top of this brown. And also I added these little brown beads right here. I glued those on with hot glue guns. So next we are going to go to, let's do this one. Our beetle's eyes. I chopped up some tiny little spider toys. And I put a label on there. I put some like, whatever this is. It came off some trash. I spray painted it black. Glued it on there. Beetle's eyes. Okay, so next we're going to have our cockroaches. And for these, I took some toy cockroaches. They are so gross, by the way. They look so real. And I just put some gel in here. No, actually, I put dishwashing liquid in this one. And some brown food coloring. A little bit of black. Glued one of the roaches on the top. And also put some hemp thread right here. And a little label. Cockroaches. So now we have our leeches warranted healthy. And I actually took some caterpillar toys and painted them black with nail polish and regular paint. Let them dry. Then I took some gel and some, I had some Halloween blood and put it in there also. And dropped them in there. So they're actually in here, as you can see. Added my little labels, different hemp threads. These are actually some ribbons that I added. I thought it'd give it a little character. Pretty much satisfied. So right here we have our werewolf fangs. And I took a fang I had from a broken earring that I had for years. And I added some fake blood from last Halloween. Label has nail polish on it and paint. Some hemp thread, and I just made this one look like pretty gross. I don't know. I love it, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. So moving on, we're going to go to our fairy tale stuff. So I have an apple. It's obviously poisoned, and I added this jewel on top of here. I actually got this for $1. The container everything's in. And I got that tombstone for $1 at the dollar store. I added moss at the bottom and little different types of moss. And I hot glue gunned this together. I added a real apple and a caterpillar. And then, you know, once upon a time, you ate this apple and you never woke up. Subscribe. Icon image TAJI. So next, we're going to move on to my fairy bones. This is my favorite one, actually. So I hot glue gunned moss inside of here first. Then I added a little bit of sparkles, like glitter. And then I glued the skeletons in place. Also behind there is the wings. I made the wings out of 2 old headbands that were broken. And I glued ribbons to it. And then I painted it with glitter, like I hot glue gunned glitter all over it, different colors. It took a lot, and I drew it. It was like, the wings are just awesome. Also, this is something I put on here. Let those fairies free. I just love this one. I'm just so in love with it. It's just, let me try to get as close as possible so you can understand the detail of this one. It's deep. Even the back is beautiful. So next we're going to go to our spiders. So for this container, I actually did the spiders. I want to say I put the spiders inside. Yeah, I put the spiders inside. I used red and black. You can't see them that much, but if you were in person, you could see them. I'm not going to get too close up on it, but I added webs, different spiders from the dollar store. These ones, and then these ones were for HobbyLobby. All their jewelry was 50% off at the time. So I love that one. So this one is actually one of my favorite too, my second favorite. And this is the Mandrake root. If you don't know about those, you should read about it. So I made this out of a keychain. The part that looks like a tree was a keychain. And I took hemp thread and hot glued it to this really, really good. And I took some plants from the dollar store and I cut them up to get that green plant look. And then I just added a couple of jewels. This is from HobbyLobby, I believe. Some labels, 2, 3, and then another dollar store little thing. So this is really awesome. The Mandrake root. And also at the bottom, there's also some moss and some rocks just to give it that fairy tale look. So this is the fairy tale side. Let's move on to the fairy tales. We've seen all the gore and guts and scary things. So we have some Pixie Dust, one of my favorites. I put glitters in here, just different colored glitters. Anyone can do this. A lot of glitter though. I stained the label. I added this ribbon right here. This was an old earring. This is some hemp glitter. It's like a hemp glitter elastic. Some regular hemp. Another little pixie dust label. Some dollar store flowers were glued to it. I just love this. It's just, honestly can't believe I made it myself. So now behind here we have some Manticore Venom, and it's just oozing out the top. So I food colored this dishwashing liquid green. I added little jewels and hemp threads. I put another label on there. I had jewels to the front and the top of the corkscrew. And I also added some lime green nail polish. And I feel like the nail polish is like the best thing. So now we have our Pegasus peels. And I just love this one. Let me set it up here for you. So I took some dishwashing liquid. No, I took some gel, my bad, hair gel. And put glitter all in it. This white glitter I got from Walmart. And I also added this little jewelry from Hobby Lobby to the side with some hemp thread and some beads. I also glittered the top. I put some just regular E600 glue. And I put the glitter on top. I did it twice to make sure it was really glittery. And then I added these wings. I've had these wings for years. I bought them for something and never used them. So now they're put to great use. And it makes you fly. Next, we have our Alchemy Scales. And this one was just some scales I made out of a headband. So I took the headband apart. It was like a, I don't know the material to call it, but you see what kind of material it is. It was that kind of headband. And I I painted it first, 4 different colors of blue and purple. And then I put glitter on top of that with glue. And then I added glitter inside the bottle with the little things that I created. And then, well, you have it. We got Alchemy Scales. And they are beautiful to me. Also, I added some hemp thread and some jewels to this, just to make it pop out. So we have our, not that one. Okay, Luna-based Seahorse Eggs. So this one was really fun to do. So I took some gel first. I put a little bit of gel, a little bit of food coloring, stirred it around. Then I added the beads first. Then I added the seashell beads that I had everywhere. And then I added glitter. And then I add more gel. The next color, food color, which was bluish green mixture. And then I added the beads, glitter, and gel. And then I added more beads. And I just repeated that. And I did it in a way so the colors could be different coming up. I added some hemp thread, a seahorse to the front, a little more seahorse stuff, and pearls. And I put some pearls on the top too, since we're talking about seahorse eggs. So, also, for you Valentine's Day people, I love Brew. So, I took some gel and I used about 5 different red and pinks probably put together. And first I did like a dark burgundy-ish red. And then I added a whole bunch of rose petals. I had a whole bunch of rose petals that I bought from Hobby Lobby. I added them in with the gel and glitter. And I just repeated different rose petals, different color glitters, and levels of gel. And that's pretty much it. I found this in my bag of stuff I never used. And I thought these were beautiful. And they look so natural and they're shaped like a heart. I got this from Hobby Lobby. And I just love it. I also decided to hot glue this. It's something old that I had. This is an old key that I had. A label on top. Another label. Some hemp thread. And then my glittery hemp thread. The silver one. And there you have it. Love Brew. Don't you want to fall in love? So next we have our Seahorse Tails, and it's pretty much similar to the Seahorse Eggs potion. So I did the same thing, you know, the beads, the glitter, different colors. This one I think I put rocks inside too. Then I added the little hanging beads. I used a lot of hot glue on my projects in E600. Then I added this thread, thread or cord, and I just hot glue gunned it around the label. I also stained my labels. That's why they look so old. And then this I just added hemp thread and beads. And then the top of this has a little star. And you know, just easy peasy. Seahorse tails. So back here, I already went over these in my last video. But I'm just going to refresh you. So these are my premium frog warts. And I created these with brown, two different browns, 2 different greens. And then it's like sand in here. And then I also made real frog warts in here. Let's see up close. You can see them. They're the like brown chunks of things. I made those with hot glue gun. It's in my first video. It'll be linked in the description. Added hemp threads. You know the routine. We also have my mermaid tears. For this, I used about 2 different blues and greens. Some seashells, pearls. I had these little pearl things that are made like like mermaid tails up in there. And then I made those tears out of paper and painted those. Added my labels. I actually have a miniature one in here, and it has a whole tear in there by itself. I don't know. Some seashells. Right here, some mermaid tails, lots of pearls, some sand. It's a little bit of everything. So, you know. Also, what did we not go over? Okay, so we have our dragonfly wings, and this one has a miniature little bottle with a dragonfly in there. So I made the wings out of paper. It's covered in my first video. So I'm not really going to go over that much of this one, but you could just see it. But if you watch my first video, you can see exactly how I made that. And then this one is in my first video too. And this is my dragon scales. That was my dragonfly wings, by the way. So these are my dragon scales. I know they're beautiful. And those are in the first video, how I made those. So last but not least, my bone in powder. So I took sand that I got from Hobby Lobby and poured it in here. The jar was painted brown a little bit first. Not a lot though. I added rocks and skeletons that I already painted and added like a little bit of dirty look to them. I added them like broken up mostly and some of them together. And then I decided to put a label of this bone on here. And then a chain that I had from last year. I hot glue gunned some hemp thread on there. Hot glue gunned this sand, and it came out terrific. I just love it. And some rocks and another chain. This is another one of my favorite. So there you have it, guys. All of my bottles. And just so you guys know, I do have another video coming soon for my decor for my apartment. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Even you can be an icon.